What's up, guys? Welcome back to NARUTO D&D. As always, I am your host, Connor. With us, we have Travis as Cage
Hey,
and Mike as Yoshimitsu.
So,
So a smaller crowd than normal, and definitely nobody's fault at all. It's definitely not like we were promised to do D&D a night before, and that someone just never showed up. Or the other guy who said he was going to try and be here for the whole campaign 11, just getting.
you can't say that.
hey, not so loud. She might hear you through the wall.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can't say that on camera.
What, I can't say whipped?
Yeah, that.
Could he say nay instead? Okay, you can edit that out. That was
So-
not called for.
Smaller cast and crew, it goes. Life gets busy. On and on it goes. On and on the world turns bright side. This episode's a little plot light, but interesting and fun to say the least. So, a quick recap as to what happened last time. The team spent some time getting some bed rest, then Halpert killed a ninja, freed Mark, and the two ran away. Carmen then made the decision to leave the base, not trusting Mark to not sell them out, and that's pretty much where we're at.
You were very nice about it.
Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't be nice.
I'm gonna have to earn my trust back, definitely.
Well, that goes without saying. So you see that I don't remember if I said this in the last part. She quickly crafts the medicine, treats Cage and Nino.
Yes.
Yeah. You didn't say
Yeah.
what exactly we were feeling at that point, like if it was like immediate or if it's like if we're still under some sort of paralysis or something.
Now you feel fine as soon as you take the medicine.
Cool.
And so you all pack up the stuff as much as you can carry, and you make your way out.
Am I allowed to have a weapon or anything, or did they take all that away from me because of what was going on?
No, she's granted you a weapon.
Cool. So I still have the Uzi on me because it was already in my inventory. I just want to leave it there.
All right, fair enough. So you all start making your way towards where Carmen's next outpost is. So that way you can meet up with her team, as she explains to you that that's her plan. And you make your way.
Before
What's up?
before you do that, you said that at the beginning of this one, I needed to get some information from the clone or
Yeah.
that chase.
The one that was in hot pursuit.
I just wanted to know what direction they were going. If
They're still
stopped
going
at all.
north. They're still moving right now.
Because they kept
Is
going.
there a range on a clone, or is it just like?
Yeah, it's well, actually, I can find range. Let me see. Like the communication stops after a certain point. But just for the sake of that, I was gonna just have it go to the range of communication.
So they continue heading north until they eventually come across a small town, and this is where you see they start to slow down, trying to kind of blend into the crowd. And the town's name is Megiddo.
Megiddo.
Not Megiddo. This isn't a Japanese word. Well, at least, I mean, it might have a Japanese version. As I know it isn't Japanese.
Yeah, good enough to me. Relay that info. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, you relay that information. So now you have it. Are you going to relay it to the team, or
Yeah.
All right. And Carmen says, "Thank you for letting us know that. Keep an eye on them as long as you can."
Do. Let's settle up, boys.
And so y'all make your way out, following Carmen's path, going a little ways away. She's kind of explaining the future that you're going to be running through. She says, all right, so, we're going to go through this canyon, or go through this plain. We're going to come across a big canyon where there's going to be a bridge that we're going to have to cross. And then it's just a couple of miles beyond that, and we will be at my base. And you'll notice a big old rainbow in the sky as you're making your way towards it.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like flying across the rainbow? Near the
No.
rainbow?
No. There's no ho reference.
Are you certain though?
Mm-hmm. The rainbow means something, but it's not that. And it's purely in relation to Naruto canon.
Okay.
It means there's snakes.
You got it. So you end up coming. You see the bridge approaching you in the distance. But you notice, once you're at the bridge, there's a bunch of white snakes in front of it. I don't have a map for this part, so just imagine it.
You too late for that. Why are you imagining that?
And as you start approaching it, Carmen stops you all. She goes, this is strange. A white snake, or white snakes. I've never seen any of this variety here.
Let me roll a ninja knowledge ninja roll check.
You are confident that these are not ninja.
It's just regular snakes.
Well, they might not be regular snakes, but they're not ninja.
Well, no, not ninja. I mean, some
I'm not sure what the ninja lore is trying to indicate specifically.
knowledge of summon snakes.
These do not look to be specifically summoned.
Just like naturally.
Not as far as you can tell, anyway. There's no if they have been summoned, there is no knowledge of this many snakes of this size being summoned before.
I'd like to activate the Akugan and check out the chakra signature.
Okay. There is a stronger amount of chakra running through these snakes than there is in Carmen.
I'm gonna say, well, that's not good.
She goes, what do you mean?
It looks like these things came from somebody. They're just normal snakes. They have higher chakra levels than you do.
Well, I don't really know how your chakra works, but that sounds concerning.
It's very concerning.
We should probably get
Maybe
rid of him.
if that's what you think is best.
Is there another way around, or is this the only path?
The other way around would take about a day and a half to get to.
It may be worth it. What do you think, Yoshimitsu?
I don't see a problem either way.
Well, thinking of it like that, I guess there's two options here. And either way could be a trap. Go across, try to get around these things or clear them and then go across the bridge. Or they may want us to avoid them and go the other way. So, really, might as well just try to clear them and go across.
Well, aside from the snakes, do you see anything else?
I don't know, GM. Anything else? Roll a spot check.
We'll spot check. You notice that one of the snakes in particular has an ever so faint golden glow to it.
Where's that snake located?
It's towards the front, so like towards you all.
So they are facing us. They're not just like chilling in a pile.
No, they're slithering around. Actually, this one is facing you. The rest of them are just kind of slithering around. This one is noticeably looking at you.
Wait, we're at the front of the base?
No, you're at a bridge. I
Right.
didn't make a map for this one.
It's a bridge over a lake,
Over a canyon.
over a canyon. How long? This is like a 30-foot long bridge, something like that.
The gap is about 100 feet.
100 feet.
It's a suspension bridge. No.
GG.
I'm gonna regret doing this, but I guess I'm gonna take a step forward and like kind of kneel down and kind of put my hand on the ground towards the snake, on the golden snake.
As you do, you see that all of the other snakes immediately stop slithering around and they all turn and look at you. And not just you, but you and your team. Everyone who's with you. Suddenly, you all see a very white light, blinding, consuming everything of your vision and all of your senses, and you open up to blue skies. Now we'll change the map. Give me a second.
Blue skies, Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah, I regret not getting Genjutsu Kai.
Wait a minute.
And you kind of pick yourselves up and you realize you're in a familiar place that all of you kind of know.
Oh, you're forgetting those other guys that have no names.
No, I'm not. You also notice that only you four are here. Being Yoshimitsu, Cage, Buki, and Yama. Actually, there's a fifth person there with you. But he's not part of your crew. You see that there's a man who is looking at the memorial stone.
Right.
Well. The fatal current.
He kind of turns around and he smiles at you all. He goes, "Hello there."
Well, what do you want?
Oh, it's not what I want. It's more than that. Genjutsu to get the heck out. Well, again, that was your Genjutsu check?
Yeah.
You have a +0 on that?
Yeah.
Let's just roll a will save.
No, doing a Genjutsu check, seeing the Genjutsu. And now we haven't been teleported.
As far as you can tell, you're not under a Genjutsu.
Oh, I believe it. We've been teleported here.
Will save.
I think that's Genjutsu.
Same situation. As far as you can tell, not under a Genjutsu.
That 19, though.
GG.
So he continues. Now, what I am here to do is, in a way, to test you. In a number of ways, you kind of remind me of a former team that I had, and that you're all misfits. A couple of you even, well, I trained your fathers. Well, trained, tormented, It's really up to word choice.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I mean, you do realize.
What was it?
Said you realize it was Yama.
Yeah.
Yamabuki.
So that's why I've paired you four together for this, and everyone else will be fighting their own unique variation of me.
Hey, is Yoshimitsu related to Takashi or anything like that? Or so you and I are the odd men out here. Really?
Mhm.
I understand Yama and Buki, but Yoshimitsu and I have nothing to do with you.
Oh, I never said you did. I said the relation is that you're misfits.
I guess that's anyway. Go on.
I mean, you're Hyuga, who is in the middle of all this. Yoshimitsu, you're... I don't even know what to call you.
How's that?
Take
Like camel. I'll keep that.
But in comparison to everyone else, they've all really got teams built up, don't they? You've got the 4 Keke, Genkai, and Keke Toda users. You've got the other 4 of the Leaf, the 4 that were another former team involving Mako.
Yeah, I guess we are the 4 that are just kind of random. The ones that were left over. Kind of like the original team, I guess.
Yeah. Memories. Oh, it's also worth clarifying. His eyes aren't black.
Right, so he looks alive.
Yeah.
Not reanimated.
I don't know how much like metagame knowledge Cage has of Ori, though.
He won't have much. What he would know is that Ori is a traitor.
Presumed dead.
Yep, presumed dead.
So you look pretty good for a dead guy.
Well, thank you. I use moisturizer.
What's the meaning of all this?
Like I said, I'm here to train you. Or test you, not train, sorry.
Let's get on with it then.
Didn't realize it. We're trying to make our way to Hannah right now. I don't think we have time for training at the moment.
No, I see, that's the bright side of this place where you're at. You've got time. Just trust me on it.
I don't know if I can trust you or not.
Well, you might already be smarter than my last team.
Wow. Dang.
From the side I heard about it, you were a hero.
I don't know who you're talking to that's spouting my name from the or shouting my name from the rooftops, but I'm no hero.
I sure didn't hail him as one. Type of character.
Raising your former pupils to do their best, to be the strongest, and then having them to come together to defeat a common foe, or a.
I think you mean raising a lamb for slaughter.
Still alive.
My intention was to have a pupil be strong enough to be worthy of me taking their body and claim it. Unfortunately, I guess you could say I underestimated them.
Or over. Depending on your perspective.
Oh, well, that just totally threw my opinion about a warrior off. I thought maybe so. That's how it really was, though. Like going like out of this, that's what he really was going for.
No, but your character has no knowledge that Owari was intended to die in that fight.
Oh, okay.
Yama would be the only one here. Yama or Buki might have knowledge of it, but that's still dependent on what Silas and Hiro would tell them.
I think Silas would probably voice his opinion about a warrior. to his family at least,
Eh.
or at least tell stories of adventures of the Misfit Ninja.
I tell stories of the adventures, but the whole part that Naruto said we can't tell a soul his secret will die in this room. I can tell you here, won't tell anybody. I don't think
Probably not.
Silas would.
Maybe just stories.
Yeah, that's where I'm going towards.
So Cage would not know that. Okay.
So you see, he's just gonna sit down. He goes, "Now, real quick before we start, I do have a couple of questions for you, if you wouldn't mind."
No, I think we need to finish his training and get back to going back to the hideout.
Ah, I see. Well, I guess we can hop straight to it.
What are your questions?
I'm curious to know what happened to Masayoshi and to Ryuji.
I don't know much about it. Myself.
I suppose I could also ask about Halpert, considering he is the son of another one of my students.
Well, I know Halpert is on his way to go kill Wukong.
Alfred X against our group ideals at the moment.
He has his own mission. After that, I don't know what he's going to do. He may come back. He may not.
Zach
He's a troubled child, anyway. Can't say I cared much for his father. I knew Wukong was alive. It's subtle, but you can sense that chakra signature from here.
You know where he is?
Oh, of course.
Where is he?
I'm afraid I can't say.
And that's because?
That would be because of the tag that is holding me at bay.
But tag.
Suffice it to say, my actions aren't exactly my own.
What do you mean tag?
Suffice it to say, my actions aren't entirely my own. You answer my questions about Masayoshi and Ryuji, I'll answer yours.
Yoshimitsu, you're obviously smart enough to realize that this man is dead. He's saying that he can't he can't say. Sounds like he's been reanimated.
I'm not originally from the League Village, but I guess that all would have happened. But actually, I don't even know if they were talking. I don't know if I would even be privy to their knowledge. How famous is Owari after?
Owari's pretty famous.
But even after 20 years or 15 years?
Yeah.
Talking about people that saved the world. He's involved with them. I don't know.
Talking about people that almost destroyed the world, in his case. He'd be a constant reminder as to what happens when you're at the height of hubris. When your pride reaches its peak so much that you're able to take on all the Kage,
Alright, we'll roll the conversation back then. So who's controlling you then?
Answer my question, and I'll answer yours.
Do we even have that information?
We speculate from what they said in the over the intercom, but it sounds to me like Masayoshi's dead, and we know that Ryuji is a sellout who's teamed up with the people hunting us right now.
Interesting. I wonder how Silas would react to hearing that about his son. How are you feeling, Yama? You see Yama just kind of clenches his fists together and grunts.
You get a lot
Refreshing.
of questions and no answers.
Well, all right. You've answered my questions. Let me answer a few of yours. I'll give you 3.
All right. Anything you'd like to ask? I'll say to Cage.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you have any idea where exactly we are in direction wise of how we would get back to you where the Ninja Nation is?
Oh, the Ninja Nation. You're here.
Rephrasing from where our bodies actually are as of right now.
You don't genuinely believe that you're back home here in Little Konoha?
No.
Whether we've been teleported or whatever the case may be, wherever we were just before we got here, where's the Ninja Nation from there?
Southeast. Roughly 200 miles.
Oh my god.
I admit, seafaring was never my expertise, so those numbers could be askew. But it was a pretty hefty amount.
This is some genjutsu to be able to reach that far away unless you're here with us. Well, I guess technically you could be since the snakes are here.
Well, snakes were never my expertise. As I've said, I'm only working through another.
All right.
That counts as a question, by the way.
Wait. Question number 2, then.
Question number 3.
Question number 3.
All right. Playing hardball here, I see.
I'm just trying to have some fun.
That's your last question. Ah, shit.
Playing hardball.
See, I don't get out to talk to other people very often. I like to enjoy it when I've got the time.
When you're allowed the time.
In a way, yes.
For what reason have we been brought here, aside from the ones you just stated?
Aside from training?
Right,
Well,
aside from training and questions.
I'm afraid I don't actually have an answer for you on that one. I can give you a speculation if that would suffice.
Sure, it's better than nothing.
I believe that Orochimaru has some plan here. I'm afraid I don't know what it is or how he intends to accomplish it.
So
But-
now he says the name. He wasn't able to say the name before.
The question was different.
Go on there.
Go on.
He says, now, all I know is that I'm here under his bidding to test you because you have to accomplish a task for him. I'm afraid that's all you can get.
Well, it's better than nothing.
I'm sure you must be bubbling with anticipation hearing that you are caught in a web with Orochimaru.
Yeah.
It always feels like my actions are for someone else and not my own.
Get used to it.
So
In a
what's
world
this-
like ours, you'd be amazed at just how much is in the hands of fate and not our own. I speak as a true testament.
And transcended death.
Yes, I've escaped the life of a dead man to embrace the life of a puppet. Though I'll admit, it was a decision I made. And I'm happy with it.
Then show us this training you're talking about.
As you wish. He stands up. Let's see what you can do.
And he pulls out a scroll.
No, he's just standing there.
Bites his thumb.
What do you want us to do? I'll attack you.
Show me what you can do.
Show me what you got. Byakugan.
Alright. Immediately activating your Byakugan.
So, what's that chocolate look like?
You know, it still has it's mostly blue, but it still has a faint golden glow. And it still looks like a significantly more powerful ninja than you.
Cold sweat. So, who's first in turn? Is it me, or is it Yama or Vuki, or...
Oh, it'll be you.
You first, yeah.
I realize I might not have Buki's sheet.
Ah, shit.
Ah, shit. So I'm just going to go off of this sheet here and call it good enough.
Gotta pretend.
Okay.
Show me what you can do, Nine-Tails Fox.
Well, that's not me, but okay.
Yep, Naruto still exists in the world. Unfortunately. Nah,
For
I
now.
don't mean that. I don't mean that at all.
For now.
Okay. In my turn, I'm going to activate something. I'm going to do... cool. Okay, I'm going to do minor electrical current, and I'm going to put it into my hands, which does more damage pretty much with on hit.
Okay. So next up is Cage.
No.
Sorry, I mixed up your names. Yoshimitsu.
I was like, I was like, all right.
All right, I guess I'll just go again. All right.
Yeah,
You
just
said
completely mixed up the
Byakugan.
names.
Byakugan, give me increased initiative. Okay.
Okay. Move and gonna activate my bloodline and let's see my attack action. Use weatherproof technique, giving me 5 electricity resistance. And into my turn.
All right. Yama's just going to run straight at him and make an attack.
Come on, Yama. If anybody can hit him, it's you.
You said if anybody get him.
It's a miss.
That's a hard miss.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, listen, I'm sure you'll be able to hit Wari. Yep, so that's his turn, and Buki, I actually did find an old version of the character sheet.
Let's get enough.
Yeah, but an old version could be a level 5 version of it, or a level 6, something like that, which would be awful. It's better than nothing, though.
Alright, he is going to use Lightning Dragon. And you see he, makes a series of hand signs. The Lightning Dragon shoots out at Wari, and Wari gets a reflex save.
Can we do drum roll?
And if he passes, then he's just gonna use evasion, and that's that.
Ori passes. You see the lightning dragon just phases right through him and crashes into the memorial stone.
Easy, Bookie.
Ori just kind of looks at it and looks back a little bit more annoyed. He goes, that's just distasteful.
Said it goes through his body.
No, sorry, it goes past his body. If I said through, I meant to say past.
I was like, what the?
You did say that, so I was like, is he there? Really? Makes sense.
I just
Ghost.
wasn't thinking.
Turned into paper and reformed.
And so you see all of a sudden, he appears right behind Buki, places a hand on his neck.
Can I use harm's way here?
What was it?
Said, can I use harm's way here?
Sure.
I guess is an attack that's gonna proc like an attack roll.
Yeah.
All right, I'll use harm's way to put myself.
That's what I'm looking for. So do you just take damage, or do you also have to roll the saves as appropriate?
Pretty much, yeah. Anything that would be done to that character is done to my character instead. Unless it's
Okay.
AoE. Yeah, if it's area effect, then it's gonna. Yeah, doesn't matter.
That's a hit. Roll a fortitude save.
Watch.
That's a failure.
Sure is.
That's a very unfortunate roll because you're actually pretty close. So first off, you take damage. You take 1 damage.
And you're gonna be stunned for a couple of rounds.
You're stunned for 1 round.
Does the no, never mind. Does not apply. I do resistances apply here.
No.
Yeah.
I guess it is a right-on technique. You could roll to attempt it. It's 1d20 plus your character level versus 1d20 plus Awari's character level.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The move gives me 5.
You could roll. You could roll a
electricity.
crit. You never know.
What was it?
The move gives me 5 electricity resistance. The weatherproof. Is that like just subtracted?
So that adds a 5 to your roll.
Another 4. These dice are rigged.
But you would add your character level, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
let you reroll. You could get that nat 20.
I'll just roll the d20. So close.
It's not going to happen right now. Yoshimitsu.
Yeah, in a fight like this, where you're very much outclassed in terms of certain things, there are other ways that you stand a shot.
So, with the Byakugan activated, did I see Awari actually move across to him, or did he just like teleport?
You don't have high-speed sight with the Byakugan, do you?
I thought I did. Like, character gains an insight bonus to defense, initiative, high speed sight, and ability to constantly see chakra. So he gets high speed sight. Yeah.
You need a single bonus, so high-speed sight 1. It looks like teleportation to you.
Okay, which it would be 2 at this point.
It still looks like teleportation.
He's got that
yes.
grandfather speed rank.
Roll spot check.
He's got
Don't worry. War's not using speed rank.
He's got the grandfather in speed rank.
That'd be funny.
No. I'm not giving a War bullshit that I haven't allowed you. He's still moving quicker than you can tell.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna use heroic surge to get up to him,
All right.
and then I'm going to where at in the description of an attack does it say if it's like it could be like just one of the attacks during a full attack action, or if it takes one full attack action?
If you're using a technique, it can't be part of a full attack action unless it specifically says to use it as part of it.
All right, never mind then. I'm just gonna do a full attack action then.
All right.
With flurry of blows.
All right.
So that extra 2 hits there, maybe.
Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, let's see what I can do. Any of those hits?
You get 1 hit.
Only one?
Yep.
The 35?
Yep.
Jeez, man. God. Okay, so I get a 1d10 plus 10, and I also get an additional something. Let me read that part.
You want to say that to Kenny?
Oh, wait. Is he on the screen? Oh.
He was.
Missed him. Jeez.
All right, so he takes 17 points of damage.
Also, oh, okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. Cool. All right.
All right.
Next. Oh, so I got a hit on him. That's better than his old team did, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So next up would be Yoshimitsu, who was stunned. So Buki's going to go. He's going to activate both of his chakra scalpels, do his classic X squad. It's okay. We're just going to do Buki first. He's going to do his classic X squad maneuver, make a double attack. Actually, he can make a full attack action now.
That boy Buki.
Oh,
all of them are misses.
You could literally just roll 1d20 with him.
Or could he?
Buki.
Because he had the crit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his max roll is the 31.
I had to roll an 18 or higher to hit him.
Yeah, so he just starts making his attacks, and Ori very easily dodges. Yama's going to move up here. He's going to get right there. He's going to make an attack at Ori. He hits.
Sweet.
Which I don't have unarmed on here for some reason.
Unarmed?
Yeah.
Oh, with him being a giant.
I don't know why I rolled a 1d20.
I'm trying to think of what Silas's was. It was a 1d6, I think.
And he's a 1d8 for the stuff that he's got.
Okay. Good for him.
And Awari takes another hit, and he goes, and so that's Awari's turn. He just kind of takes a little bit of a step back. Not like actually taking a step back, but it's just like as much distance as he can without provoking an attack of opportunity. He's like, well,
Like
you've already hit me twice. Yeah. I think that it's time that we play a little bit more of a fun game. So he whips out a scroll, opens it up, puts his hand on it,
and summons.
and you see a bunch of kunai pop out of it.
Oh, no.
launching up into the air and falling back down. He's going to use a heroic action, since that's an attack action. Heroic action to take another attack action. To catch one of the kunai as it comes down. And you see a yellow barrier begins to wrap all around you all.
So the legends are true.
And Wari disappears into the fray. Actually, no, it's the end of the turn. So,
And spread a little G magic on that.
if there's any regret that I have about the fight with Wari initially, it's that I didn't actually use the Fatal Current during that fight.
Yeah.
So is it my turn?
Fuck this character, she doesn't have that. No, he still has to make the attack.
He's making it against all of us.
Pretty much, yeah. But I only had Fatal Current on one of his character sheets, and I have to pull up which one it is.
Rest in peace.
So just give me a second. Alright, so he's going to make an attack at each of you. Yeah, we'll just say that's the attack for everybody. Give you a fighting shot.
It's not a melee. Yeah. So that's going to be...
It's a melee.
It's melee.
Mm-hmm. You could argue it's ninjutsu, but the way it technically works is that he's making a melee slash, just at super heightened speed.
It's a hit on me.
It's a hit on Buki, and I think it's a hit on Yama.
It's no damage.
What was it?
Yeah, what's the damage?
I haven't rolled it yet. I'm making sure it's a hit on everybody. And he didn't have a special weapon drawn, so that is 24 damage to everybody.
This is chakra damage, yeah.
No, not chakra damage.
This is melee, or melee.
Yeah. It's a melee attack that you could argue is a ninjutsu attack, but the technicality of the way the technique works, it would be a melee.
So now is it my turn?
Yes. And he has returned to his former position once his turn's over.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna hit him with all of them again with flurry blows, except on my first hit, I'm going to try to do improved knockout punch.
Okay.
It's a feat. It's a feat, so it's not like a technique or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the damage. It's still going to be the regular hit check. Okay. There's the first hit, which is a fucking miss. Okay.
That's a pretty decent miss.
But that one's a hit. Let's see if it crits. Nope. Okay.
That's polar opposites.
Right.
You know what they say.
Let's see if that one fails.
I was really hoping to be at 20.
GG.
Oh, man.
Boy, that would have just been something, wouldn't it? And
I was going to make a dumb joke of, you know what they say, better polar opposites than polar bears. But,
GG.
So
that just feels
again,
forced.
one hit.
Terrible Duke.
Yeah, it's just like paper.
Again, just one fucking hit.
Get it, Mike, because it's terrible.
Oh, cool. I did 20 damage, though.
And Ori takes 20 damage.
Hey,
All
I've
right.
done pretty good damage to him so far.
You're back up, Yoshimitsu.
Pretty good damage. Hit 20. That's ridiculous.
That's decent damage against a Wari.
Silas had
Not too shabby.
Silas had like a plus 25 to his hit.
Yeah, well, Silas also sent a giant Biju bomb at a Wari and had a blast from the past.
Rest in peace.
It was a glorious moment, I gotta admit. I was actually thinking about it. It's like, in terms of storytelling, that's one hell of a way to do it. Like, better learn from the past or else.
GG.
God damn, I love that moment.
It's a good moment.
I can't wait for that part to come out in a year.
Alright.
And I can't wait for this part to come out in 2.
Many years from now. I'm gonna use Earthen Armor. Move into Nishimaru's stance, third stance, and that will
Alright.
be it.
I'm just that actually gives a Wari at +4 against you since it's lightning, and lightning beats Earth in Naruto. I'm joking.
Does that make sense? Yes, you send everything to the ground, where it loses its charge. It's freaking science magic.
Shout out doing the most damage to a warrior so far.
Yama's
Shut
gonna
up.
take an action to create his great bone axe. He's gonna use a heroic action to make an attack with it.
Oh, he can do that as a swift action though.
Not that size of one.
Oh,
Specifically because it is one that is not actually creatable, as the book describes it. I made it take a move action or an attack action.
Okay, cool.
And he hits. I see where he kind of stumbles back at that one. He goes, "Well, your father would indeed be proud. I don't think I ever saw him use his bones quite like that. Granted, last time I think I saw him use his bones was when he killed his wife. I don't quite remember what exactly the last one was.
What?
Technically, I didn't even actually see it. It was just one that I could sense in the distance."
Did you say he killed his wife?
Oh, yeah. Haven't you heard about that? Surely he's told you the story, right, Yama? And Yama just kind of goes, "I'm not going to listen to your filth. You insult my father like that again, and I'll cut you in half where you stand." And so now it's Pookie's turn.
GG.
He's going to make another full attack action. And that's another 4 misses.
And like his father, never getting a hit.
GG.
And so Wari, he kind of turns to Yama. He goes, "That's not a lie. I mean, you should ask your father about it. He did accidentally kill his wife one time. Well, granted, they weren't married at the time. But it was interesting."
Do we get any bonuses since we're kind of like all around him at this point?
No. Regularly you would. Against a Wari, you don't.
All right.
He has a fast hero talent that makes it so that way he can't be denied his dexterity bonus to defense at any point. Unless prone. Or otherwise incapacitated. But flank doesn't count. So I'm thinking.
Spinny technique.
Or he's going to use light Raisoku to teleport right here. Still keeping a hand on the barrier. And you see he's going to pull out another scroll. Use another heroic surge. Pull what's out of it. And you see he's drawn the Baransu blade. His blue lightning sword. And he's just gonna end his turn with Yama. Maybe I should just save your father the hassle of having to deal with his disappointing son's returning. I mean, if Masayoshi's dead, and I just take out you and Ryuji, then hell, Saos might even thank me for it. As for you, Buki, you're about as Hira as I remember.
You had an interesting relationship with your students.
Well, once it was good. Of course, then we went to take the Chunin exams, and one of them, well, I came close to killing him. Later in life, I did, but you know. You can't say it wasn't called for. He did betray the village multiple times. Dare I say he betrayed the village more often than I did. That's praiseworthy. You're up, Cage.
Use Dragon Thrust. I'm gonna, because I can't get to him. Or I can't. If I get to him, I can only hit him once anyway. So if I use Dragon Thrust, I'll get a bonus to my attack. So maybe that'll help. That's
okay.
Attack roll, right? Let me look. Yeah, +1 to attack roll. So
hey, every little bit helps.
It's counted as a charge attack, so it's like. I imagine like my fist coming at him, and then like a sort of like a dragon, phantom dragon over the fist as I punch him or miss. Let's see what happens. Ooh,
that's a miss.
Can't believe that.
Hey, you're close though.
Well, that's it.
So that is it. You're up, Yoshimitsu.
Yeah. I'm going to activate the Limbs of Stone and ready a move action to move if Buki moves.
Okay. Move with them?
Yeah, if he moves up. Yeah, I'm going to move with him.
Okay. Which Buki's going to do.
And which makes you walk straight into the electrical charge.
Let's give him one more shot at this. He fails.
Oh man. Best he's gonna be able to do there.
Yama's gonna run up, make his attack.
Boom. Boom.
That
Yes.
All right, Yama. His attack will be dealing double damage. Actually, no. This weapon in its size deals triple damage.
Sweet.
He's picking his nose and then get hit by a bone axe.
He deals 57 damage to Awari.
Now I am no longer the person that's done the most damage.
And you see that one actually kind of caught Awari off guard. As he kind of, I'm going to say...
only makes sense to the story. He got pissed because Awari was talking shit.
Yeah.
I love this so far.
He swings it at Awari, and Awari holds up his hand to do it, and the Great Bone Sword just goes straight through the Baransu blade, and just cleaves Awari in the stomach.
Damn.
I see Awari kind of fumbles back at that one. So now he's going to do a grapple attempt on Buki.
And I'm going to use Harm's Way
to try and take it instead.
Yeah.
All right. So you push Buki out of the way to take the grapple for him. So Wari is now grappling you. And you two teleport outside of the cage. Wari still maintaining access with it, with his Baransu blade.
Sweet.
He's going to now shift his sword to your throat.
I get a coup de grace. Alright.
And he's going to speak, Cage, Buki, kill Yama, or else I'll kill Yoshimitsu. Cage, you're up.
Don't do it, whether he's bluffing or not. Do
Give
not
me-
kill your teammate. I exclaim aloud.
You did say that though.
Yeah, I said that aloud. Contemplation begins. GG.
Hey, it's not an easy situation to be put in. Episode, 6 of Naruto?
Oh. I got something.
Okay.
I want to do a sense motive check.
Okay.
If there's ever a time to get a 20.
You can't really tell
That's
much, but he seems
awful.
serious.
That's awful.
I'm sorry.
Cage is gonna kind of look at the ground, or he's gonna be looking straight ahead, but kind of his eyes are gonna be kind of spaced out,
Glossed
moving back and
over.
forth, kind of like he's
Contemplating.
yes, reading the situation, doing variables. Have I missed anything? Have I missed anything? Are we really here right now? Is this just a genjutsu? Is he in our minds?
I mean, are any of us really here, man?
And then after a couple seconds, I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna say, we will not kill our fellow ninja.
All right. Just remember that this is your choice.
No, it's yours. If you kill him, then you're the traitor, not us.
Guess I'm just going along with who I am. I'm okay with that.
He smiles wickedly. Suddenly, a witch hat appears on his head. Sky gets dark.
I'm Owari, the Wicked Witch of the West.
Orochimaru comes out.
And I'm the Wizard of Oz.
How does the how does the force field thing work? Is there holes in it where you can shoot things through if you have
Yeah.
something? All right. Yeah, if you said.
Yeah, it's basically Zach when he first saw this technique used. He described it pretty accurately. Do you remember in Guardians Against the Galaxy #1, all the government federation, whatever they were called, ships, and
Oh,
how
yeah,
they created
that was
that
cool.
hive? It's kind of like that.
Okay. Just trying to think. If anything, if I did an electrical discharge kind of thing, if it would mess with the flow of electrical energy through the things and just kind of make it disperse.
You can find out.
And then I was also looking at speed of lightning to see if there's anything I could do with that.
Nope. Speed of lightning, will not work here because it's not technically teleportation. That's why when a warrior uses teleport moves to get out, it's never Raisoku.
Observe your surroundings. Look closely. There's a weak point somewhere.
Look within yourself. You'll find the answers you seek. Use the Force, Cage.
Shit.
Oh, you killed Yoshimitsu.
Rest.
Yeah, I guess I'll let me see here. How far does that go? It's gonna hit people around me.
The perfect cover.
GG. I think it was in the
I
video.
think I'm trying to kill Yama, but I'm actually trying to kill him.
Oh, he's in the range though. Let me see if it's a full round or if it's just attack action. Because if not, I'm gonna step forward and use it. It is an attack action, so I'm going to, at this point, step forward and then use electrical discharge technique. And I'm gonna roll a 10d6. And it's a reflex half, so if it hits a warrior gets a chance to do it, to say fuck you to it. But
wait, who are you using
more,
against?
It's more about trying to take the a chance of hitting a warrior and then taking us out of this barrier if it's possible.
Who are you hitting with this though?
This is an AoE. It's gonna hit everybody.
But everybody gets a reflex save to half.
I don't get a reflex save.
Yeah, you're denied it, as is Awari.
So Yama and Buki can roll. And I don't know if that's going to do what I hope it was going to do or if it's just going to be like nothing.
I'm just reading through it right now. So you use it. They will do their reflex saves. Alright, they both take half damage. But you see the field still remains up.
So they did not do what I was hoping it would do. Okay.
And because Wari has just had an attack made at him, he gets to take an attack of opportunity at Yoshimitsu and stab him a little bit.
My goodness.
Which he's going to take that. He's going to stab his Bronze Blade a little bit into you, and so you're going to feel a shock.
Sorry, my son.
Sorry, it's just...
There was something I was trying, like I was saying, I was trying to get the, I was hoping that the electrical discharge thing I just did there would get us out of this field that we're in.
So you took 7 points damage there, Yoshimitsu. And now it's your turn, Yoshimitsu.
I'm gonna try and break free.
Fantastic. Through what means? Strength? Escape artist?
Nope, do not have escape artists. Do strength.
Do strength, alright. A battle of the wills!
Roll that crit. Come on. Since 20. Oh.
You don't have to roll a 20.
You just have to roll.
And I get one, of course.
And Owari got a 1, so you broke out of his grip.
You can use an action point to heal second wind.
Alright.
And I'm going to, because I'm not familiar with this technique, take a spot check, observe this force field. You said he's holding kunai with one hand. That's chained to it.
At this point, he's released the kunai and replaced it with the Baronsu blade, maintaining it.
Okay. So
which was broken, wasn't it?
It was damaged.
Okay.
The metal on it still works as a conduit, though.
Okay. So
The Fatal Current is a very OP technique because it can be abused very easily.
Making an observation here. Very broad observation.
Of the Fatal Current?
Yeah.
You can tell it looks to be a form of a chakra barrier.
Is the kunai still inside that he dropped?
Yes.
It's a weak spot check. All right.
Oh maybe I did specify that. When he teleported away, he kept his hand placed on the wall to maintain the connection. That's when he pulled out the scroll, pulled out the Baronsu blade, so he's been maintaining it through that. So that other kunai is still dangling in the center there, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weak check, so I can't really, I can't justify that.
You can make out any calls that you might have.
Okay. I'm just gonna say then. All right. Look at the center. Look for some weak points there. As I as I use chakra buffer. And in my turn, I'm gonna put 9 chakra in there.
All right. Book is gonna look around and look at that one kunai. He's gonna run up to it, use his chakra scalpel to cut the thread connecting the two. Connecting that kunai up to the next up and forming the dome. And you see the kunai falls to the ground, but the and that little link broke, but the rest of the dome is still completely fine.
What's Yama gonna do?
I was gonna walk up to it, and he's gonna punch the cage.
I was gonna say, I interjected this. Yeah, he's gonna whack the cage.
And he's going to take 6 points of damage from the fucking shock.
I'm gonna look over at him and say, "Yeah, don't do that."
Nah. So it's just part of his plan. The shock means it's working.
Yeah, it's quite shocking of a plan, wasn't it?
Hit him hard, then hit him again. Full attack action. Ah! No, that was his. He just punched it. So, all right. So now it's Awari's turn again. He's gonna look at you, Yoshimitsu. He's gonna say, "So, where do you hail from?"
From the Stone Village.
The Stone Village. What do they say about me over in the Stone Village?
That's none of your concern. Just know it's not much different from anywhere else.
Good. That's how it should be. Well, let's have some fun. He makes some rapid hand signs. Lightning Dragon.
What?
Actually, no. He's not doing Lightning Dragon. I said let's have some fun, so let's have some fucking fun.
Okay. Depends on your definition of fun. We go on.
Give me a second.
If you're a sadist, then sure. Proceed. But confirmed live stream.
Alright, he's going to make a ranged attack at you using a technique. Is that a hit?
Against me? Yeah.
Yeah. So you see a... I almost said golden. You see a yellow bolt of lightning shoots at you. From a pointed index finger that he shoots. And now you need to roll
Pew!
For your bank.
You need to roll a fortitude save.
Come on, boy.
Yeah, he's
Roll
pulling a
good, boy.
Frieza on you.
I thought he's pulling, what was it, the third or the second Mizukage? Can't remember.
I don't remember.
Hey, come on.
Flash, man.
Oh, that's a failure.
Oh, that's a good roll too.
It's a good roll, but this is a high level technique.
I got a 7.
It's fucking 24, bro.
It's a plus 17. That's the good part of it.
Yeah, I rolled.
Ha roller.
GG.
So you feel there's like a bunch of chakra that is foreign just in your stomach.
Go on.
That's it.
It's a bomb. It's a chakra bomb in your stomach.
And that's the end of Awari's turn. You're up, Cage.
I wonder, when it comes to, I have the pressure point style stuff.
Mhm.
I wonder when it comes to like something like that, where there's chakra flowing into his stomach, if I could start hitting Yoshimitsu in the stomach, like if it would deactivate it.
Or deactivate something. Be my check.
Make you shit your pants.
GG.
I'd say it could help. And the Naruto canon, there's only one other time I can recall a chakra bomb being used like that. And that was the way that it worked was by feeding off of the person's chakra. So you reduce the amount of chakra going to it.
Is he standing right next to the cage?
Yeah, he's standing right next to Cage.
So I could like technically put my arm through it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to hit a kunai and displacing it. I'm just trying to go put my arm through the cage and hit him. Do I need to roll a spot check to see that he did this, or did I see it since he's standing right in front of me?
Roll spot check.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you see it.
That's not good. Oh, okay, I can see it sitting in his stomach too because I have the Vacuum activated, right?
Yeah.
So before
See,
I do
you
that,
can clearly see it.
before I do that, I also want to look around the cage and see if there's any weak spots in it, like Yoshimitsu was saying.
Nothing you can tell just by looking.
All right, and then I'm going to say, "This is for your own good, Yoshimitsu." And then I'm going to
Just to let you know, like in game, you've already burned your so this is only pushing it fast.
Daddy knows
helping
best,
you.
Yoshimitsu. Oh, warn me before you finger me.
GG.
I'm gonna go into use a swift action, go into my stance, and then I'm going to
And really attack your temporary teammate.
that's just stop it.
Shut him with lightning. Just gonna beat him up. Not even trying to attack Awari.
And I'm gonna start jabbing my fingers into the spots in this where I see to see if I can get it to deactivate.
All right.
Or
I'm
help.
going to say you have to make 2 attacks against him.
Okay, I don't get my full bonus from it though because in this stance, I have to use my dex score instead, which is lower. So good
Okay.
for you. It's a +4 instead of a +10 without the extra bonuses. So be happy.
Okay.
And I only do I still roll a 1d10 though, Connor? Because it says it's a 1d. It's a 1d.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I still have to roll to hit you, don't I?
Yeah.
Rip.
But he is flanked.
No, I got uncanny dodge.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to actually dodge this?
I'm not. We're trying to fight an enemy. I'm not trying to defend myself.
And I'm trying to disarm a bomb, dang it!
Yeah, no explanation.
Are those hits?
The first one is a miss.
All right, let's see if -5 does anything. Hopefully, I roll high. Is that last one a hit?
Nah, those are both misses.
This 27's a miss? Jesus.
It's 28. And it's a melee attack, so it'd be 29.
Well, I guess you're going to die then. Sorry. Just trying to help you.
Well, so you see, you've reduced the chakra flow to it, but there is still chakra flowing to it.
You can't just say, "Oh, sorry." You gave no explanation. You just like, "All right, I'm gonna attack you." Like, all right, I hit my attack. I know this is bothering you.
Well, he said that you felt foreign chakra in your stomach. I just assumed you might have an idea about it.
But an enemy, like an ally, attacking you from behind. If I had just attacked you from behind, like just in game, not out of game, like just randomly, no explanation, no nothing.
Well, it's going to be me reacting, and then I'll say something next turn because I'm not going to say it now. I see something, and I'm trying to help you. I did say this is for your own good.
So you've taken 14 damage from that, Yoshimitsu.
Get damage reduction.
And now it's your turn.
My turn, or did Buki go?
You go before Buki.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start by saying, "What's the big deal?"
He's put a chakra bomb in your stomach. I'm trying to deactivate it.
Well, why didn't you say so?
It freaked me out a little bit, I gotta tell you. I did 14 damage to it.
GG.
To you.
Rest in peace. All right, I'm gonna go to a total defense, actually.
Great. So when I go to hit you again, I'm not going to be able to hit you at all. All right.
Well, he could choose to let you hit him.
Oh, he could. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I imagine that's his plan.
That's the intention, yeah.
All right, so that's what you're doing? Is that it for you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Buki's going to go up to one of the chakra walls, one of the little parts, and he's going to start trying to cut through some of the kunai to start carving an opening in the wall.
Does he get shocked?
No. Chakra
Cool.
scalpels, they can cut through chakra threads.
Awesome.
Yama is just going to take his great bone axe and make another swing at it, and the lightning is going to channel through the bone and hit him.
Yama, calm yourself.
Yeah, it's not his way.
I'm gonna kill this man. And so Owari, seeing what you've done, Cage, he's gonna say, "Huh? Well, isn't that thoughtful?" He's gonna try and grapple you, Yoshimitsu.
All right. Let's hope for the best here. That's actually a miss.
Yeah, that's a
actually.
miss.
Good for you.
Heroic Surge!
Oh, no. Damn.
Yeah,
So he's gonna grab you, and he's just gonna lean up a little bit closer, kind of pressing you slightly into the lightning, into the fatal current. He's like, "Let's just make this a little bit easier here for you, Cage. Let's disarm this bomb." That's the Warrior's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna hit you again, but I'm only gonna do it twice this time. I'm not because I don't want a repeat of what happened at the jail.
Oh, you only need the first one. You can tell that you've already the second attack. The one successful attack you made last time has reduced the
Yeah.
chakra flow. You just need to hit him with that last point.
Let's just hope that I hit him then, because you're letting me hit you, right?
Well,
I
Warrior's
have a
currently
choice
grappled
now.
and
Yeah, I was
hitting
gonna say, I was like-
against it. I wonder
Okay,
who
now
I've
we're damaged.
grappled more than anyone else. I wonder if it's Mike or Nick.
It's Nick.
Probably.
All right. So Yoshimitsu, you take 9 points of damage.
Because I remember a couple times you've gone after Nick, and I've heartless sub with him.
Yeah. All right. So that's the end of Cage's turn. Yoshimitsu, you're up.
All right, try and break free
Talk
again.
about wasting some
All right.
fucking turns.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you'd have said, like, let me do this.
I couldn't do anything anyway, because you'd be in the range of anything, and I could do that's long range towards a Wari, and he could reflex and just say "fuck you" and jump right out of it.
So Owari keeps you grappled.
Can I make a second attempt? Or is it one attempt per turn?
It's typically one attempt per turn. If you have Heroic Surge, I'll allow it.
No.
Then that's going to be it, I'm afraid. Bright
Okay,
side,
that-
Owari's not going to take his attack of opportunity against you.
Sweet.
But you get an attack of opportunity against him.
No.
That's how grapples work, unless he has a feat for it.
No. Owari's grappling him.
I know, but he gets attack of opportunity because he grappled him.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I thought that it said that.
Owari gets an attack of opportunity. The person who's being grabbed doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Who's next? I believe in you, Buki.
Boogie's going to continue cutting through, and in one more turn, he'll be able to actually have a hole that you can go through.
GG.
Yama's just going to stare aggressively at Owari. And then Owari is going to release you, Yoshimitsu.
Well done, really well. A lot better than I thought you would.
He's going to brush his hands, drop the broken Baransu blade, and you see that the little dome drops. Can I actually grab this thing? No? Alright, let's move everyone down here for a moment. There we go. Move your token real quick there, Travis. There we go. It just glitched on mine.
Oh, the cage.
And you see Owari just
This.
all of a sudden appears back there. He goes, I have to admit, you did better than I thought you would. Cage, making the swift thought to dull your teammate's chakra bomb. I have to say, I like you more than I like you more than I thought I would. You know, y'all kind of remind me of my former team. Buki the medic, Yama, just like Silas. Cage kind of gives me a bit more of that Takashi vibe, and Yoshimitsu, who was the meat shield that Richard was.
GG.
I think I'm feeling nostalgic. So I'll tell you a little bit more of what I know. Once again, this is still merely a hypothesis, and I don't have the answer for certain. But, well, Cage, you can see a little bit of a golden hue to me, don't you?
Yes.
That's because there's still a little bit of the Thunder God's power within me.
But how is
It's
that
ever so
possible?
faint. It's ever so faint, but it is noticeable to a keen enough eye. And it shouldn't be there. So, I believe that the reason why I am here, and what Orochimaru's interest might be, is that it may, in some way, be related to the gods. Because if they have any power that's still here, that means that there's still a gap somewhere.
If that was the case, wouldn't that mean that Yama's dad, Silas, would also have some of the god left in him?
It's indeed possible. At the Shinobi Union, they tend not to deal with many people with keen eyes. Let's put it that way. So I doubt he'd really have anybody who'd be able to detect it. Closest would be Sasuke, but that's really only if he's looking for it.
I'm going to deactivate my eyes.
Well, I suppose that that's everything. Should my theory prove wrong, then you can simply throw this aside and not worry about it. But should it prove right, maybe it'll help you out on your journey. At the very least, try not to die before you find your answer. You've got
Take
some
that
fun
into
days ahead of you.
Yeah.
And suddenly, from Owari, you see that same white, blinding light. And you're back on the bridge. Or next to the bridge.
Snakes are gone.
The snakes are gone. However, you notice that there is a bunch of shedded snake skin in their place.
How long have we been, like, standing there?
As far as you can tell, no time's passed.
Just all of a sudden the snakes went from snake to snake skin. And everyone's like, what the fuck just happened?
And Carmen, she yells out, she says, "Who the hell was that?"
Who was what?
Owari. What the hell was he doing here?
How does Carmen know Owari?
Squint my eyes.
Because what do you mean, how do I know him? The same way that everyone who I was with knew him. We saw him.
That's right. I don't know. Do not know entirely.
What did you see?
He wanted to fight the ninja who I was with.
I think that we saw something different.
And so Jeff at that point speaks up. He says, "My team was alone in a fight against him. I reckon that's the same for you guys as well."
Mm-hmm.
Not
Split us
even.
up into teams.
And I can't say I know much about that Owari guy other than what's public knowledge. Anyone here know any extra information that might be useful about him?
Not really, no.
Well, we know that he's not acting on his own free will. And he's very, very powerful.
And Yama's gonna speak at that. Actually, no, Buki's gonna speak. He's gonna say, "Yeah, my dad, he fought him."
Okay, why can you stay silent?
Yama's gonna say, yeah, my dad killed him.
Yeah,
Jeez.
my father killed him. So, however he's here, I don't know. Reanimation or something more.
to have that golden hue about him, though. I thought the gods were gone.
Jeff turns to you. He goes, "What you?"
And his chakra signature, I picked it up.
I thought golden was the mark of the thunder god in him.
Yeah.
Well,
The gods should have been gone.
that sounds like information that we should get back to the village and report.
If we ever make it back.
I think we've got the proper motivation now if we haven't already.
Southeast. Across the water. At least we have a direction.
Time.
Well, and Carmen speaks up. She goes, "Well, that Awari guy gave me the creeps, but he didn't kill any of us. We should continue our way. We need to get to that outpost."
Yeah.
Cross the bridge.
And y'all start crossing the bridge. And then it snaps and you all die. No.
Ooh, easy.
Surprised you didn't actually have a bridge map, because we've been on a bridge map before.
I had deleted that map a long time ago, and so I didn't have it easily prepared. And I also didn't intend to originally spend as much time on the bridge there, but I decided, you know what, I'll have a little bit more fun with it. And that's where we're going to end things.
Interesting episode.
Yeah, fun. I wanted to give it a fun little nostalgic fight with Awari. A much weaker version of Awari, admittedly.
Especially since there's no speed or strength rank.
Yeah, but even without those, Awari was still... I mean, Awari had a base of 50 defense. He was pretty fucking OP. Oh, my little baby. Anyway, hey. We'll see you next time.
My boy.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. There we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Be sure to let us know whether you did or didn't by using those like buttons, the comments, or subscribing. And make sure you also spread it around to all of your friends, too. I'd also like to thank our patrons. With support like yours, we're able to slowly improve on our content, so thank you so much for supporting us. If you're not already a patron and you'd like to support us directly, be sure to check out our Patreon in the description below. We have rewards like stickers, shirts, behind-the-scenes content, and even the ability to make a major character to join in one of our D&D campaigns. Well, once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.